Okay everybody, today we're gonna check out Dragon Dogma. We're gonna watch the latest trailer that show off features. We're gonna talk about those features. I'm gonna try to explain for the newcomers what Dragon Dogma is, why there is so much hype around it. And we are also mention a lot of what could go wrong, what I am suspicious about of things that they don't show off enough and what could be lacking when the game come out. Let's get started.
Saga of hearts set ablaze. Lend
Okay.
me a moment, and I'll tell
heard-
you a story of a fantastical realm.
I heard this trailer showcase a lot of features.
For untold eons, a dragon has plagued the world. Its ominous shadow looms over the lands, a dreadful creature of chaos and
More
awe,
like a serpent, you know.
with tales of its cruelty echoing far and wide. No mortal would dare to dream of challenging the dragon in single combat, yet there is one who must.
Okay.
In a legendary tale doomed to repeat across the ages, the dragon chooses a worthy champion from each generation, wrenching the beating heart from their chest and forging a being known as the Arisen. This hero, marked by fate and burdened by their lost humanity, must rise from the trappings of ordinary life.
So basically it's the same exact story than the first one. At least it begins the same way. Dragon come, you get killed by it, still you're hurt, and you're supposed to get it back. The idea was, once you get it back, you are chosen to be the god of this world. So it ended with you basically becoming god this way. It seems they are going in the same exact direction so far.
And answer the call to take up arms in search of the dragon who stole their heart.
What worries me a little bit is they are going for the exact same thing. So what worries me so far is that we didn't see a lot of things in the story that make it so it's fresh or introducing new stuff. Maybe they will, but they didn't demonstrate it so far for my taste.
But the path of the Arisen is not a solitary journey, for they are granted access to the Rift, the thread connecting worlds,
I see you recognize my work, Arisen.
where they can summon mystical beings from parallel realities.
So this feature was in the first one. Basically, you are thrown into that world of mist and you choose a pawn made by other player, official pawns, or you create your own, creating his aesthetic, his class, etc. Those pawns make up your party, so it's you and 3 others, if I remember correctly, and you explore the world with those. But pretty much like a turn-by-turn, like Divinity or Baldur's Gate, but in an action setting, not turn-by-turn, but action in real time. But it's kind of the same principle.
The loyal and hard-working pawns.
If you enjoy the video so far, or the channel in general, please don't forget to subscribe, so I can make multiple videos a day covering many subjects like gaming, relationship, societal and community subjects on the internet. I hope you enjoy the rest of this video.
Masters of archery, wielders of potent spells and skilled in the arts of swordplay and melee. The pawns become the Arisen's companions and confidants
I hope you slept well, Master.
as they go forth on their journey together.
One of the good features about those is pawns learn while with you. Meaning if you take the pawn, let's say you have a friend that played the game for months and you start the game now. You could take a pawn of that person. It will not be OP obviously, but the pawn will recognize places and tell you, oh, this way there is something hidden. This way you could do that. it makes the pawn experience, not necessarily strong, but experience to take the pawn of someone else that's already well explored, as is an experience adventure, I guess you could say it like that. It's an interesting concept.
In pursuit of the beckoning dragon, the Arisen and their pawns set foot across two nations as disparate in terrain as they are in their ways of life. In Vermund, a fertile land cradled by alpine peaks and rolling hills, the fortress city stands as a bastion of prosperity and security. Cascading waterfalls and serpentine rivers flow throughout the countryside, feeding into fruitful farms where a feeling of abundance permeates the fresh air. Just above the capital city, Vernworth Palace rises proudly.
You are approaching the gates of Vernworth.
Here, the Arisen is traditionally revered as the sovereign, a monarch crowned by destiny and looked upon as a champion, protecting the land from the dragon's scourge. Beyond Vermont.
Wait. So I heard that someone is trying to. So this is an Arisen, supposed to be. So it's supposed to be the chosen. That's why the heart is light up. And from what I heard, the idea is that they are trying to make a fake one a king while you're the real one. That could be somehow interesting. The only problem is that they didn't showcase enough interesting character, I feel like. When you use trailers for games being Elden Ring or Baldur's Gate, I'm gonna compare to them because of the quality that is supposed to be. While you have characters with big charisma showcased to sell the thing. But for this game, they've gone falling on the gameplay and the map. There is very little known about, well, there is this character that is mysterious and interesting, or this character that is badass and cool, or this one charming or charismatic. While on Elden Ring, you had Melania and Radan that was very badass, and on Baldur's Gate, well, obviously you have Astarion for the thirsty ones, and other character this way. That feel a bit missing for me so far on all the trailers. There is a lack of figurehead character or of some interesting characters. But we'll see.
Beyond Vermund's verdant embrace lies Batau, the nation of Beastren, a land of unforgiving deserts. Its shifting sands and jagged canyons require creative thinking to traverse, with gondolas connecting precarious outposts. Here, the Arisen is not an esteemed sovereign, but an outsider. Their pawn companions believe
that could be interesting.
Grave misfortune. Batal's rulers are not of human lineage, but rather Beastren priestesses who worship the lambent flame. For the Beastren believe its sacred fires shield them from the calamity of the dragon. Meanwhile, outside the reaches of human and Beastren, hidden within the depths of the forest, an
Elves?
ancient sect of elves
Yeah,
resides in
elves,
seclusion, speaking in a tongue known
Oh,
only
that's
to them
very
and
cool.
avoiding contact
Maybe a
with
quest
other
to
races.
learn it. Or pawns maybe
On their
could
journey, the
learn
Arisen
to
will navigate
talk for
through
you
conflicts between
with them.
species and the complexities of culture, faith, and history in each.
I do wish they've gone all in on that idea of having more races. It would be fitting in those kind of universe than just furry and elf. I wish there was at least dwarf, or some other race.
Each land. The choices
Maybe in the
the
future.
Arisen makes will shape not only their future and that of those with whom they interact, but the future of the world itself.
Yeah.
The Arisen's odyssey is fraught with peril, for the world is home not only to human and beastren, but to all manner of monsters.
So far, that's what they are showcased the most. The battles, the monsters, the encounters on the map.
Blood and sweat shed in the
And
face of
that looked good, to be
relentless
honest. Yeah, sure.
The harrowing shrieks of harpies reverberate through the mountains and canyons. Resourceful goblins lurk in the shadows,
Goblins.
fully adapting to the terrain and waiting to ambush in groups. The footsteps of lumbering
And in someone making a Goblin
animated
Slayer
by
pawn.
powerful charms shake the earth and rattle the Arisen's bones. And when the sun sets,
That's some cool armor.
Expect a busy night.
skeletons, ghosts, and undead rise from their slumber. A single
Okay, it could seem like a detail, but night in this game, it's night. It's dark as shit, you don't see anything except if you have a torch. There is also other monsters, like it's saying. It's way more dangerous. I hope they go full on that again. That could be cool.
undead, murmuring to itself adrift in memories of its living past, is a haunting sight. But a horde of undead, united in a mindless nocturnal frenzy, is a
Yeah,
truly
burn it with fire! Let's go!
metal. And the mightiest foes are monsters most only see in myth. The
That was a
Minotaur's
dragon.
trampling hooves, the Medusa with its petrifying gaze, and the Dullahan's ghastly
Oh, he
sad
looked
head
cool.
will strike
I want to
fear
play him.
even the most stout-hearted. And with every exhilarating encounter, the hero must think creatively. It will take cleverness as well as courage to conquer the three heads of the Chimera, slay the soaring griffin, and overpower the bronze giant, Talos. Each victory emboldens the Arisen spirit and prepares them for the inevitable showdown with the indomitable dragon, the culmination of both their destinies. Welcome to Dragon's Dogma 2.
To be honest, I sure hope that it's not just go to the end, kill the dragon, and that's it. I hope there will be a surprise or some more deepness at the end of it. Because they can't just do the same deepness as the first one, because we know how it ended, so it does need something more at some point. So it does show a little bit more features, some more race, the language of the elves that is kinda interesting, it adds something. It doesn't squash my worries about the story though. I know that there will be a lot of side quests that most likely will be interesting and be influenced by what you do. But for now, they hiding a lot of the big story and not showing charismatic character yet. I hope there is some of them, that you are not the only character that is supposed to be heroic or charismatic, or that there is evil characters that are interesting also. The fact that they don't show that kind of worries me about the game and make me a bit less interested. Although the combat, once again, look badass as fuck. But yeah, that's pretty much the only thing, 90% of the things they show is the combat and the map. It's very important, but we need to be careful about the rest and see how it goes. I will be playing it, most likely, and I will try to make a review to see if from the early game you can be happy about this adventure. Yeah, that's most what I have to say for now. I'm gonna see you in 7 days for that game, and I hope to see you next time.